Hi, everybody. So today we're going to do a short session on how to set up an RPR valuation report. And I don't think I'm sharing my screen, so I'm going to do that right now. And it's really very simple, and you can always refer back to this video. So what we're going to do is go to our Flex MLS and log in, find your important links, go to RPR and click on RPR. That's going to open up a separate screen. I'll open this screen up so you can see it a little bit better. Then you're going to put in an address. Once you log into RPR, you'll put in an address for a property that you want to get valuation on. I'm going to put in okay, so there's the address we want. Here it is right here. Oh, that's not the correct address. Let's just use this one. It says it's for sale as of 9/25. It's Godey Terrace Estates. So you've got the address. You want to look at the refined value of the property. If this is your listing, there's things that you can look at. For example, you can only make sure it's got 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, the square living space, how many rooms in the property, how many stories, and when it was built. So you've got that information. Then you'll come down to see, were there any improvements done on the property? So for example, let's say that there was a major kitchen remodel upscale. And let's say it was completed June of 2020. Put that in. The total cost, let's say it was $60,000. And you're going to add that. So it's going to add a value. You notice it's not going to give you the full 60,000. It's only going to give you 42,360. So that's how you add home improvements to property value. It will automatically adjust what the fair market value is for that particular improvement. But I'm not going to leave this in here. I'm going to go ahead and remove it because it's not a true statement on this property. I don't know the property. Then you can go down and say, okay, what needs improvements? Let's say they have a swimming pool that needs to be re-plastered. So we're going to say replaster swimming pool. And that's going to cost $10,000. Don't know if that's true or not, but let's just say it is. So we'll add that. So what's going to happen is it's going to take the full $10,000 away from value because that's something that needs to happen. So once you've got that, and let's say you've got the 60,000 up here, you're going to add 42,000, but you're going to take away 10, you're going to get an increased value up here of 32,000, although that doesn't say that right now. And again, I'm not going to leave this in here because this is not something that I know about the property. I'm just making it up. So we'll take that out. Then you want to go down, refine the value based on market and home conditions. So market conditions right now are still pretty good. Let's improve it a couple notches, right? The home exterior condition, let's say it's a little bit better than your neighbor's. The interior, however, was not so well, so you're going to decrease that value. And then your lot size is comparable to everybody else's, so you're going to leave that the same. It may or may not have a view. If it has a view and nobody else does, let's increase it. And if it's privacy, let's give them some privacy. So you've added, just by those adjustments alone, a value of $44,441 to the property. Here's what I want to stress and impress upon everybody. Do not give a client a value just based on numbers that you see, based on what's happening in the market. You can't do that. You have to physically and visually go see the property, make an assessment of what the property needs, what it might already have that's been improved, and then do your due diligence, running your reports and what have you, because you don't want to overpromise a client and then underdeliver, because if they think that they're going to get $700,000 for their property, but the inside's a wreck and it's going to take $100,000 worth of work to get it up to par, then you're not doing yourself a favor and you're certainly not doing your client a favor. So never ever give anybody a value on a property until you've done all of your due diligence. It doesn't matter what the rest of the market is doing. You are focused strictly on that property, okay? If you have any questions on that, let me know. So we're going to take off these adjustments because we don't know them to be true. The next thing you're going to do is go to your comp analysis. So on your comp analysis, you're going to confirm the facts. And we're not going to change anything because we don't know about the property. We're just going to say, yep, those are right, confirm the facts. But when you do an actual property, you want to make sure. So now we're going to find the comps. I like to use, and it gives you the map here, which is nice. I like to use 6 months, 3 months of comps. So we're going to go to the date, change it from 6 months to 3 months. Your bedrooms and baths are 4 plus 3. This is a 4,000 square foot living space, so we've got 1,000 less and we've got 1,000 more right here. And then click on search. So now you can see on the map where your properties are. Recently sold are going to be green. So your subject property is, where's your subject property? Looks like it's right here. So based around the subject property, you got a 615, a 530, a 485, a 730, you got a 600 over here, 775 over here. These houses over here are brand spanking new, so you can't use those for your valuation. So this home was built in 2005, 4,000 square feet. So let's see what we've got. This is 3,500 square feet, but it was built in 90. We may or may not use that. It depends. So let's go ahead and add it. This was built in 08 and it's 3,200 square feet. Let's add that one. And then let's select the one that is built in 2007. We'll just use 3. You can go through the whole list. And you should go through the whole list and pick the comps that are as close to your subject property in date and size as possible. So based on what I've chosen, just the first 3, we've got a range of 602 to 826. Okay, so now we're going to update the valuation. And we're going to come back here to edit. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to adjust the comps. So if you see right here, it says $171 per square foot is the average for that property. So we adjust the comps. And now let's look at, you've got the 3 comps. You have $203 per square foot, $148 per square foot, $163 per square foot. And our analysis based on this property is $171 per square foot. And here's where you can tell the proximity. So this is just 0.15 miles away from the subject, 0.24. You don't ever want to go over a mile unless it's a custom home and there's no other comps in the area that are similar. Then you can go out a little bit further, but you want to be able to justify that if you ever have to with an appraiser. So you have to do all of your due diligence. So the subject property is 5 bedrooms, 4 baths, and this property is 4 bedrooms, 3. This one's 4 and 4, and this one's 5 and 4. So this one's probably most closest to the subject property in the square footage as well. And that one is sold for $615,000. But again, we don't know the condition of that property. So what you want to do, if you find a property that's real close to yours, go on the MLS and search the address and see, were there any concessions that were made in the sale? What were the agent remarks about the condition of the property? There's a lot of different things you need to look at. So these were all sold in August. So there's a lot of variation here. So you want to do some homework. Okay, built in 05, 1990, 08, and 07. So these 2 are the closest. This is still the closest, but it does have a pool, which again is interesting because maybe this was a distress sale at $615,000 with a pool, and these sold for much more. So there's something going on. Well, this one didn't. This sold for $485,000. So do your homework, do your evaluation, figure out what's going on. So once you've done all that, then you're going to update the valuation and close. And from here, we came out with a value of $697,460. So now you create a report. You select seller's report because that's who you're working with. You put their name in here, John James, let's just call him John James. And then you're going to type your message to him. Hi, John. I have prepared this preliminary report for your listing until I come, let's say, until I come to your property to do a visual inspection. I will not place a value on your home. We will do that together. Okay, and you want to include them in that because you want to let them know that they've got a little piece of say in the valuation, and you want to be able to explain to them why. So this is a handy tool to take with you when you go to your listing. That being the case, if you haven't already seen the property, you're going to want to display this now so that you can print a copy and take it with you. Otherwise, you can email it to your client and CC yourself. Once you click Run Report, you'll get a notification that the report is ready, and you'll be able to review the report, discuss it with your client, make the appointment to go out and do what you need to do for the property. So that's basically RPR in a nutshell. I like this program. It's pretty accurate in its valuation, and you have the capability of adding and subtracting whatever you need to based on the condition of the property, okay? So you'll do some adjustments even after you visit the property. All right. So today was a short lesson. I'm gonna close out of here. I did want to let you know your MLS dues are due soon. Go ahead and go to gavard.org and pay those. They reduced them by $30, so they were $150. David Halver has a new listing on 3108 East Avenue K4. I'm going to open that up for you. It's a gorgeous home. It's on a nice sized lot. And you can see from the photos that I'll show you, home is very well maintained. It's in a nice neighborhood. It's near the soccer park in East Lancaster. There's a family park inside the community as well. The homeowners are leaving beautiful things behind for the new buyer. Sales price is $355,000. The TV and the TV cabinet downstairs stay. Kitchen's gorgeous. Bar stool stay, refrigerator stays, everything stays. It's in the house right now. And then go to the MLS, search for the property, take a look at it. If your clients see the photos and they want to see the property, make an appointment with David. Make sure that you're up to date on all your COVID precautions and requirements before you take your client to see the property. And then make sure they're pre-approved. This house is not going to last. We've already gotten phone calls on it. So if you like it and you have someone, you better jump on it quick. Okay, there's the backyard. The backyard is huge. It's got a nice patio off the master. And that is our session for today, folks. So we're going to meet on Wednesday for our staff meeting at 6 o'clock. If you have any questions on what I've just shown you, you can ask me then. And until then, have a good week, and I will see you on Wednesday.